Hi, my name is Jessica Arias, and I will be discussing Supreme Court Chief Justice Salmon P. Chase.
Hi, my name is Kiana Delgado, and I'll be discussing the Supreme Court case of California versus Greenwood.
Salmon P. Chase was born on January 13, 1808 in Cornish, New Hampshire. He was the son of Ithamar Chase and Janet Ralston. He was sent to live with his uncle in Ohio when his father passed away. In 1839, he had two children with Eliza Smith. Salmon Chase attended the University of Cincinnati and Dartmouth College. He was a teacher in Washington, D.C. for a brief amount of time. Under U.S. Attorney General William Wirt, he studied law. Salmon Chase was the sixth Chief of Justice in the United States, Senator from 1849 to 1855, Republican Governor of Ohio from 1855 to 1859, and Secretary of the Treasury from 1861 to 1864. He led/abolished the Liberty Party in Ohio and helped form the Free Soil Party. He also helped pass the Legal Tender Act. Salmon Chase was appointed by Abraham Lincoln. He was appointed as Chief of Justice in 1864 and the Secretary of the Treasury. During the Civil War, he was in charge of financing the Union war efforts. A landmark case that he ruled on was Mississippi versus Johnson. President Andrew Johnson was able to carry out Reconstruction measures. Some interesting facts on Salmon Chase is that his face is on the $10,000 bill. He helped push the Internal Revenue Service, and Chase National Bank is named after him in his honor. In 1870, Salmon Chase had a stroke. He died on May 7, 1873 in New York City. He was 65 years old.
The California versus Greenwood court case happened in 1988. Billy Greenwood was the defendant, and Michael J. Pierre argued for California, Michael Ian Gray argued for Greenwood, and Brian White was the Supreme Court Justice. The court case happened in 1988. They first argued on January 11th of 1988, and they decided on May 16th of 1988. This court case happened in Laguna Beach, California. What happened was Greenwood was suspected to be dealing drugs from his home. The police couldn't get a warrant to look inside his house because they didn't have enough evidence, so they searched his garbage bins outside. They found evidence of drug use, and that information was used to get a warrant for his house. The police found both drug trafficking and drug use in his home, so they arrested him. Greenwood argued that it violated the Fourth Amendment, which the Fourth Amendment gives the right for a person to deny government from searching his home, but the Supreme Court argued that since the trash bags were on public streets, they didn't need a warrant. Greenwood based his argument off of an old case called the People versus Criveda. The appeal is reversed because he won the lower court case in California, but when it got moved to the Supreme Court, he lost. Since there was criminal activity on the streets that could have been seen by anyone, the court made a note that the police could not ignore it. The court case impacted on American society because it helps provide policemen to search the trashes without a warrant, and it also helps the right of privacy. The question that everyone is asking is if you can use evidence that was obtained illegally or not in future court cases.